Hi you guys. So I want to tell you a story about my beautiful Tiffany's necklace that I bought and how that happened to me as a miraculous manifestation in my life. It was back in, I think it was like 2022 that this happened. Okay, so here's the story of my Tiffany's necklace. I had, I'll show it to you guys. No, I'll show it at the end. Okay, so at the time, this is again 2022, I was in what I call my wilderness years. It's, you're getting by, you having miracles and manifestations, but you're still like, you're not really in your promised land yet. You're still struggling. And the reason why is because you're learning how to be a conscious manifester. You're learning how to not be a slave of the world, but to be the boss of your own life and the creator of your own reality. You're learning how to leave kind of your Cinderella years and enter your princess years, your queen years, your goddess years. And it takes a little bit of time because you're letting the old you go. She's still with you. She's still with me in my heart. I love her so much. Like the older versions of me, she was so sweet and so generous and so wonderful. But I have outgrown her and I've become a different person, like more mature and more confident. Long story short, I was in this time period of my life which lasted for a long time. It was like a good solid 7, 8, 9 years. Okay, so what happened was I ran out of money. I was living in New York City at the time. I had manifested this beautiful luxury apartment and this beautiful lifestyle, but long story short, I ran out of money and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a car. So I thought, well, if I can't pay my rent, I get thrown out on the streets. I remember walking down the street in Manhattan and I saw this fruit stand and I wanted a banana so bad, but I did not have $1. I did not have $1 to buy a banana. And so in that time period, miracles showed up in my life and randomly, things like my building started serving these beautiful boxes of breakfast and food. They were like, oh yeah, we're doing this fun thing where local businesses are giving us boxes of food. And so it was all amazing, delicious stuff. And just the miracles happened and things came in and there were some really wonderful people in my life that gave me a little bit of money during that time, which I paid them back and then some. I always like to pay back and then some. But it was really sweet. But during that time, I was just so scared. I was shaking, physically shaking. I was so frightened. I literally thought I was going to be homeless on the streets of Manhattan, anytime with no car. I mean, my mind went crazy. In the darkest day, when I was physically frightened and shaking, I could feel the fear running up through all portions of my body. I just was constantly crying. I remember in the darkest valley of the shadow of death, I was in Rockefeller Center and I was walking by the Tiffany's and I said, I am going to have so much money someday that I'm going to be able to walk into that fucking Tiffany's and buy that fucking necklace that I want that matches the bracelet that I already had. I already had a Tiffany's bracelet. You guys probably know which one it is. It's the classic bracelet with the heart locket. And I had that. And I wanted the matching necklace so bad. And just because I like classic, simple things. You guys can check out Gem Jewelry and you can see the jewelry that I design. It's if you want to buy it for Christmas gifts, go ahead. But I just like things that are kind of classic and pretty and feminine and simple but meaningful. So those were the only 2 pieces of Tiffany's jewelry I ever wanted, except for if I were to ever get married, I would want a Tiffany's engagement ring. That's the only other thing that I want from Tiffany's, but I wanted it. Anyway, so in the darkness and the shadow of death, when I literally thought I was dying and I couldn't afford a banana, I set forth that manifestation that I was going to have so much fucking money that I was going to be able to walk into Tiffany's and just buy it cash outright. And a series of things happened and I was able to manifest a big chunk of money, quite a bit of money, more than I had ever had. All of a sudden was literally direct deposited into my bank account. And so I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So this money manifested and I remembered that dream. And so I put in my phone, I remember putting in that I wanted to go to the Tiffany's up towards Central Park. I think it's on 5th Avenue. I can't quite remember, but it's up towards Central Park. And I put it in my GPS, to take me to the Tiffany's up near Central Park. I was going to spend the day up there. And of course, I was going to buy my, necklace cash. And for some reason, my GPS kept rerouting me. So I just surrendered. I said, you know what? It's taking me some other Tiffany's. I really wasn't paying too much attention. It's taking me some other Tiffany's. So I literally just told the cab driver, here, take me to this Tiffany's. I get out of the cab. I look up and I realize it's the Tiffany's at Rockefeller Center. Because I was standing in front of that very Tiffany's, broke as a fucking joke, looking at that Tiffany's when I sent out that manifestation. And so the universe came back to me and said, not only are we giving you that Tiffany's, you're going to pay for it cash, bitch. It ain't nothing to you. But you're going to go into that very same Tiffany's in Rockefeller Center that you looked at with tears in your eyes, broke as a fucking joke. And you're gonna buy it right there. So I went in and I had the best experience. The saleswoman was so sweet. I remember she was just like, yes, girl, this is your Tiffany's necklace. Like we tried on all the sizes. Like she just treated me like fucking gold. I had such a VIP fun experience at that Tiffany's. It's kind of a smaller Tiffany's actually. And I got my necklace, and this is my little Tiffany's bag. But here's my little Tiffany's necklace. And, just that simple heart necklace. And I love it so much. And I wear it every now and again on special occasions. But I'm just reminded of the miracles of me. The miracles of me and my manifestation abilities, that everything that I've ever asked for, it eventually gets to me. A lot of times it's quick, like within days, hours, but eventually these things come back. What you send out comes back to you in the most perfect and beautiful way at just the right time. And, somehow the universe rescues us from all the bullshit we create for ourselves and the drama stories we get ourselves into. The universe comes in and rescues us and fills us with everything we need and want. So for this holiday season, of course, I want you to buy some gem jewelry as a gift to yourself to spoil yourself. But for this holiday, I should be showing you my gem jewelry pieces instead of Tiffany's, but that's okay. You can see in my videos, I often wear my jewelry. And you can click on the link below to see what I have. But for this holiday season, even in the darkest moment, that is when you send out the manifestation. In the very darkest moment when you can't even afford a fucking banana, is when you look at that Tiffany's store with tears in your eyes and fear running through everything in you, and you say, I will have that. This will change. My life will change. I am abundance. It's my birthright. I get to have everything I want. I get to be a spoiled princess. My Cinderella days are so over. And watch how it comes back to you in the perfect time and place. Okay? Much love. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I love you. Bye.